takutanga kutotavhura mvura hakuna mapublic toilets hakuna masewage ongoramba achitubudaka.
And I'd also like to say that against all odds, there are many people who are saying we're living in a patriarchal society, a woman cannot be a president. But I'm happy to say that against all odds, we managed to become number 3, and I beat more than 17 men who were also contesting. So I just wanted to put this on record. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my first post-election press conference. Let me thank you all for making time this afternoon. Let me start by extending my condolences to the bereaved families who lost their loved ones during the August 1 incident. I also join others in prayer for those that were hospitalized. In that context, we welcome the independent commissions suggested by the President-elect. However, we propose that independent commissions be set up by Parliament and that it reports to Parliament directly. This is to avoid any insinuations of bias. We unreservedly condemn any form of violence and it is my prayer that the 2 ghastly acts, one of the bombing on the 23rd of June 2018 in Bulawayo and violence that broke out in Harare on the 1st of August, have put a blot on what could have been a violent-free election will never be repeated. I have participated in elections since 2000. I can honestly say that this was my first ever election where I have slept in my bed. In the majority of cases since 2000, we never slept in our homes. We would move our children to South Africa, and my twins, I moved them out of this country in 2002. But in this particular election, I want to honestly say that we did not have any problems. I slept at my house. Most of our candidates were sleeping in their homes. So this is the freeness that we experienced as a political party. The fairness that we would like to talk about is that resources for polling agents, we were the only party that raised the issues of agents. Out of the 210, only 112 constituencies had agents. When we started raising the issue of polling agents, we said polling agents enhance the credibility of the electoral process. And therefore, it was important that we have all the 11,000 polling agents in all the 11,000 polling stations, because polling agents are monitors, they are not observers. Yes, we had so many observers, but observers just observe an election, and if they find anything wrong, they can only talk about those things after observing. But polling agents, if they observe something which is not right, can raise that issue, and they have every right to stop the electoral process. Hence why some of us were saying our major concern was the security of the vote, and the security of the vote was only going to come when we had all the 11,000 polling agents from beginning of voting to end of voting, because these are the people who are going to say how many people came into this polling station, how many people voted. These were votes which were counted. These ones were gotten by this other political party, or these ones were gotten by the other political parties. But unfortunately, in some polling stations, we did not have polling agents. And I think it is a testimony of other political parties who are also crying foul that they did not have polling stations, hence why they cannot produce all the V11 forms. The international community needs to give Zimbabwe a chance, including assisting in the retraining of the security sector in being civilian forces. SADC should engage with all political party actors and ensure that Zimbabwe can move from the election mode. I implore opposition parties to understand that elections can have preconceived results. It was a mistake to raise expectations that we may not be able to live with. And like I said earlier on, as a party, our major concern was to make sure that we move this country forward. As a party, we participated in this election because we believed that we were going to be the alternative. We believed in equal opportunities for all. We believed that we were the party which was going to ensure that every Zimbabwean is given equal opportunities. And for us, it was never about power. It was about moving the country forward. As we sit right now as a political party, we are not concerned about power. We are concerned about the 13 million Zimbabweans who are longing for a better life. That is all we're interested in. People want jobs, people want food, people want houses, people want, water, they want electricity, they want all the basic needs. And they can only get those basic needs if we are united as a country. Issue of co-sharing. I think the president-elect was on Sky News, and he was very clear that he got 50.8% and 2/3 majority. And therefore, there is no basis whatsoever of forming a government of national unity. So that one, for me, I think it's out. ZEC rigged this election. Like I said earlier on, we have got issues around ZEC. We have got so many examples. If you look at what happened in March North, in Bubi, for example, we have got a council candidate who voted at a particular polling station. The wife voted, children voted, many other people voted. But when results were announced, he had 0 votes. And we have got so many incidences where my daughter went and voted and 5 other people, but I got 2 votes. So where our polling agents, 2 of our polling agents voted, we got 0 votes. So we highlighted these issues, that we have got issues around how ZEC, operated in certain areas. And we have raised those issues. Then parties' participation in the verification process. The SG is going to respond because he's the one who participated in the verification process. The GNU, I've already alluded to the fact that the president-elect was on Sky News, and he clearly indicated that he got 50.8% and 2/3 majority. And there is no basis whatsoever of forming a government of national unity. So this one does not arise. But like I said earlier on, as a party, we are willing to, because we had a vision as a party, and we still have that vision of moving this country forward. If we were to be asked to say, can you please share your vision for the sake of moving this country forward, we will not have any problem.